trying to prep myself for how I'm gonna start this video because for some reason I feel nervous. The Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie. So it's everything I imagined it would be and more because oh my god, it's beautiful. It is a work of art. Can you tell I'm a fan? I read the manga back in 2022. I had to know how it ended. I had to know. So I know everything. I know what happens. And I knew what was going to happen in the movie. And it's everything and more. It's everything and more because when you add the animation, the colors, the music, the voice actors, it creates a work of art that I want to see over and over and over again. And by the way, why is it only in theaters for 1 week? I'll talk about that later. The Demon Slayer movie is Infinity Castle movie is amazing. And I'm glad it's doing well in the box offices. It is making millions internationally, worldwide. It is getting what it deserves. It's beautiful. Because I saw Mugen Train in theaters when it came out, so 2021. And you find yourself just enchanted or entranced or what's the word? You're just fascinated by the characters, their arcs, their backstories. I can go on and on about how good the writing of Demon Slayer is, and it gets hate because it's mainstream and it's overhyped. Well, you just don't understand then. You just don't understand. If you're complaining about Demon Slayer, all of these characters, all of them have a backstory and are talked about. Do they get all the screen time they deserve? Probably not. But they all get their moment to shine. Anyway, this video will definitely have spoilers. Don't even watch this video if you haven't seen the movie. Because so the movie starts off, the opening is like, everyone's being reintroduced, which is, I love the hype around everyone getting their little moment, like, oh, here's Inosuke, and here's Zenitsu, and here's Giyu and Tanjiro. Like, they all are getting their moment of, like, they're here, they're there, and they're ready to fight Muzan. Whether they want to or not, they have to. So just seeing all the characters again, mwah. Wow. I love so many of the characters in Demon Slayer, and I hate some of them too, which is what makes it such a great show, great anime. Anyway, so the first main fight is Shinobu and Doma, which is, I hate Doma. I think he's probably the worst demon of all the 12 demons. He's probably the worst. I hate his voice. I hate his face. Anyway, I remember when I read it in the manga, I was like, this guy sucks. And then he kills Shinobu. He literally absorbs her. It's devastating. And speaking of her death, like, it feels very what's the word? It just gets kind of like, oh, it happens, and then it's announced that she's dead, and then they don't really talk about her again. It's kind of a shame. I don't see, if you don't know how the manga ends, I can't really say more than, like, it's bad. The ending of Demon Slayer is too much. And she's only the beginning of that night. This all happens in one night, by the way. Yeah, this all happens in one night. The whole final battle. Anyways, what I was saying was Shinobu's death kind of just gets, like, skimmed over. And it's a shame because she is, what can I say? She's a great character. She was not my favorite, but she deserves better. Because when Rengoku died, it was like, everyone was crying. Everyone was crying for him. Which kind of, okay, so kind of going into, like, the problem. I don't think there's any problems with this movie, by the way. I think it's perfect. But some people have said, like, the pacing is off because they go from high action to, like, very, like, tame backstories of these characters, and it's like, but that's what Demon Slayer is. Like, even though it's not a long story, it goes into detail about just about everything. So if you want to know this person's backstory or not, you're gonna get it anyway. So stop complaining. It's great. Okay? And now I want to talk about Akaza. Okay, so wait, I'm skipping ahead too much. After Shinobu, it goes into Zenitsu and whatever that guy's name is. I actually don't remember the name of the demon he fights. Like his Kai, whoa, Kaigaku. Let's just say his classmate. Like he was training with him, and so that fight happens. Which is a great fight. It's so good because you finally see Zenitsu is aware and awake and fighting, which I think is the only time it happens in the whole show by far. So finally those Zenitsu fans are getting that moment. It's great. The fight is great. Love to see it. So he wins his fight. And then after that, it's Giyu Tanjiro versus Akaza. Which, let me tell you a funny story. So I was watching the movie with my friend, and we were in the movie. We're like, wait, who is it that who does Giyu and Tanjiro fight again? Like, who are they against? And we're thinking like, gosh, like who? It's gonna be somebody like important. Like it's a Akaza. They fight Akaza, the freaking demon that killed Rengoku. It was like a light bulb moment in the theater. I'm like, right, I forgot. In the moment we remembered, he appeared on this movie screen. So I was just freaking out in my chair because of course it's Akaza. Like, look, I hated him after Mugen Train, after what he did to Rengoku. And I remember reading Akaza's backstory and being like, yeah, I kind of get it now. Because Akaza's got a lot of fans, and this movie will only increase those fans. His story was beautiful in the manga. It's even more beautiful animated. I need to see the movie again. I'm still a little mad about Rengoku, but Akaza's backstory is very, like, why do I like him? Like, if I had to pick a favorite demon, I would say him. Also, by the way, about that fight. So eventually, like, Tanjiro and Giyu defeat. I'll put that in quotations, I guess. They defeat Akaza. But in reality, he decided to end it. Like, he let go. If he decided to live, oh, they'd be dead. They would die. They would be dead. No chance. But he decided to go. So they got lucky. Honestly, it was luck. But thank goodness nobody hurt Giyu and Tanjiro. Those two, I love that they fight together. It warms my heart. So Akaza dies. His backstory is devastating. Lee, beautiful. Man, I want to go see the movie again. Basically, the movie ends on a cliffhanger. Doma is still alive. Muzan is still out there. The upper one demon, I forget his name, is still out and about. Yeah, the next movie's gonna be, if you were crying in this one. Anyway, you know what? If I did have one complaint, Inosuke was barely in the movie, and I get that it's not his time yet, but he's like my favorite. So yeah. That's all I gotta say. No complaints though. I want to go see the movie again. Like I said, it's only in theaters for 1 week. Who decided that? Fire the person that made that decision. This isn't fair. I want to see it again. I have to go see it on Thursday if I want to see it again. I got school and I have work. I can't just. There's things going on. Why is it only in theaters for 1 week? What if I want to see it Friday? It deserves more than that. The movie is so good. And I really had to pee the whole movie. But I didn't get up for 1 second. Because it was just that good. And not worth missing. If you've made it this far to the video, oh my god, there's an ant on me. If you made it to this far of the video, I hope you're as big as a fan as I am. If you have any differing opinions, I'd like to hear them, and I'm open to them. But also, Demon Slayer is the anime that got me into anime, so don't even fight me, okay? That's what got me into anime, so here's my love letter to Demon Slayer. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go see the movie again, hopefully, and I'm done.